All right, so we starting off our devotion today, and our devotion is dealing with prayer. And prayer is very important because that is communication that we have with God. As believer, we have to constantly stay in prayer. We have to communicate with God about everything, not just little things, but everything that we're dealing with in life. And so I feel that, in our devotion, and as we get closer and closer and walk closer with God, I think that we need to pray about everything. Don't worry about it. Don't stress about it. It says in the Bible, it says in Psalm chapter 55, verse 22, it said that we need to carry our burdens on to the Lord. And so the Lord can handle it. He can handle all of it. And so instead of, don't, no matter of how big or how small, carry your burden on to the Lord. So if you have something that you're dealing with, or something that you can't handle, or something that you don't feel comfortable about it, go in prayer. The more you pray, the more power that you get. The more that you seek God, the more that he's going to be there to support you. So I think that, one of the things that we need to do is pray about our burdens. Something that's stopping us, something that's, causing us to feel a certain way or hinder us, or something that we can't get over. It could be all kinds of things, but the Lord can handle it regardless of how big or how small it is. So, carry your burden on to the Lord. So that's very important. So that's part of our devotion. And pray about temptation. Now that is something that's real big, because they said that the devil know our Kool-Aid, and know our flavor. So we have to be careful about our temptation. And, and sin ain't nothing but evil desire that's inside of us. And so we have to pray about it. We have to be really true to God and be humble and come to him in prayer and tell him about some of the things that we're struggling with, and we have to know about our temptation. So don't be afraid to go into your prayer closet and talk to the Lord about your temptations, about some of the things that you struggle with, because that's where you get your power at. That's where you get your power, is with communicating with him, and studying the word and knowing his will. So, carry your burdens on to the Lord. Any temptation that you're dealing with, things that you're struggling with, pray about it. Give it to the Lord. You don't have to run out here and tell everybody your business. You can just get in your prayer closet and talk to the Lord. And trust me, he will make a way. Things that you're dealing with, from anxiety, stress, fear, anything like that, financial, health, just pray about it. So, I think that's a good start for our devotion, is just pray. Just say pray in season and pray out of season. It said little prayer, little power. A lot of prayer, a lot of power. So, so let's continue to pray. And if you guys have anything that y'all want to talk about, or anything that you want to put down on the page, feel free to, add on to it, or if you have any suggestions about prayer, because I think that right now, I was talking to a friend earlier today, and I was sharing with him about we put all kinds of things up on Facebook and social media or YouTube and all this stuff. And I said, well, what's wrong with putting up positive things? What's wrong with putting up devotion? What's wrong with putting up, things that you care about? If people really know me, my first love is God, and so I just want to talk about some of the things that I love about him, about prayer, the communication, the fellowship. And I feel that that's positive. So it's not that I'm trying to preach to nobody. I'm not trying to give everybody a whole bunch of ideas. It's just something that I love to do, and seeing that we stuck in the house, and we stuck in the house because of this virus. I just thought that it would be encouragement, to have the brothers and sisters out there, to start talking about some positive things. So today devotion is about prayer. And let's talk about it. If you got some scriptures or something that that you feel real strong about, put it down. Nothing negative, because if you put anything negative, I'm blocking you. This is not nothing negative. This is just something that I feel that, as believers, that we should be able to communicate and fellowship, use technology and just have a little bit of fun too, and grow. The most important thing is growing in the Lord and having that support cast, even though that we not, fellowshipping, one-on-one or in a group, we still can use the technology that God bless us with to be able to reach out and touch others. So if you have any suggestions or you have anything that you want to put down, feel free to go ahead and put it down. It's positive though, not negative, because if it's negative, you're out of here. 86. Let's stay positive. Let's pray about our burdens and let's pray about our temptation. Have a wonderful day. This is Lee Jones. God is good. And remember, we're going to get through this. It's all good. Have a wonderful day.